Did you know your Minecraft skin says a lot about you? It can show off your interests, aesthetic, or set you apart from others. Making your own skin allows you to craft how you want others to see you. I'm going to teach you how to make your own. Download Blockbench. Program I use is called Blockbench. You can download it on PC or open the web app. When you open Blockbench, this is what you will see. Scroll down to new and you want to hit Minecraft skin. Hit create new model. You have two options when you click on model. You want to choose player slim or player wide, and for pose I would toggle that off. Navigating the interface. So this is what it looks like. Over on the left you'll see your skin. You can draw on it from here. If you want to undo something or redo something, and hit undo or redo. Below that we have textures and layers. I wouldn't mess with the textures unless you know what you're doing. Over here with layers, it's a different story. Enable layers. I'm gonna hit this create empty layer button, and this will work like layers in any other art program. And let's say, oh no, I don't want to delete this layer, but you don't want to just like hide it. You can go up to edit and hit delete or backspace. Now up top, I keep it on brush or eraser, but there's also a color picker, and you got the paint bucket, and you got the copy brush. We have opacity, softness right here, and we got brush shape, and I got paint and pose. You click on pose, it'll bring you to this screen, and it's got some simple poses for you. You click back on paint, it'll bring you back over here. Over here we have our color wheel. Is that you can change the picker between square, wheel, and a normal map. Here's what wheel looks like, and here's what normal map looks like. I'll be leaving this on the wheel. And there's also a slider mode. By default, it's on hue, saturation, and value, but there's also red, green, and blue, and they're labeled down here for you. But I will be leaving on hue, saturation, and value. So the first one down here is hue, the second one down here is saturation, and this one here is value. So up here we have palette. But down here we have the outliner, which will just have all your body parts. When you're picking a body part, like let's say you hide the left leg, don't re-hit that like folder button, because it will also bring up the left leg layer as well, and you want to have that off when you're working on the base skin. Use that layer last. Now for the center screen, I'm personally using my Apple Pencil, but if you use your finger, you can rotate it. You can draw, you can rotate, or you can use this thing down here. But if you're using the Apple Pencil, you can't rotate, but you can draw with the Apple Pencil. On the bottom right, it'll select what body part you're working on. Now that you know how to use Blockbench's interface, let's get into making an actual skin. Adding reference images. So first off, you'll want to add a reference image. To do this, go to View, Edit Reference Images, and hit this first icon here to add your reference images. We'll hit confirm, and then you want to choose from your whatever option you want to go with. I'm doing my photo library, and then I'm going to select my character reference, and you can hit add to this project. So now you know it's behind your character, but you can change it. Go back to view, edit reference images. You can move it around. If you double click, it'll bring you up this screen. Hit behind model, above model, or above your interface. I'm just going to leave it behind the model for now. If you ever want to delete a reference images, you click this, click on the image file, and then you can hit delete there. And you just tap anywhere on the screen to make it go away. Step 1, adding flat color. So I'm going to start off making the skin by color picking her skin. I'm going to color every surface that's not the face. You want to make sure you rotate the model all around. Then you want to hide both legs individually. So get that other side. Get the bottom of the body as well. And you want to hide the body and then get the other side of the arms. And you can also get the bottom of the head this way. If you don't like go back here when the body's visible. Now you want to turn everything back on. Don't add on the layer. Now that I'm done, I'm going to do that. And so we're going to start on my character's eyes. I'm just going to from her pupils. After you get their eyeballs, you're going to map out 2 squares right there. Grab a bright white, but next I'm going to map out the color of her clothes. So I'm going to select the blue from her shirt and hit the brush. I find it easy to hide the arms since this doesn't require the arms. I'm going to select her skin color again and add in her little heart detail. Sometimes you have to simplify like that. Next, I'm going to select her skirt color. Then I want to hide the arms again. Show those arms again. And now next I'm just gonna I'm gonna color pick from her socks. Now I'm gonna add her little detail. And next I'm gonna do her arms. Next, I'm gonna do her tail. I like to start like a little above the butt. And for this, we're actually gonna use a layer. Next is gonna be hair time. I do the hair last because I like to move on shading afterwards. So I'm just gonna like paint bucket this. So and for her bangs, I am just going to draw those on like up here. And I am also to make another layer to do the hair on her body. It's gonna come down. And that's all I do for the hair. It's gonna look a lot better. Next, I'm going to add her horns. I'm also going to add eyelashes to her. Step 2, shading skin. Next, we can start on the shading. First off, we're going to start by shading the skin. So you select the skin color. You want to make the skin color darker and a little bit more saturated. You want to outline the inner part of the arm in that darker color. Then we're gonna want to do that same thing down here between her legs. Then we want to shade right under the skirt as well. I like to add shading on the outside of the head and up top to these two pupils. I will also continue the shading and add like little ears for her on the side like that. And you can also add shading to the top of this under her tail as well. Give her some shadow in her eye. Desaturate that, and so it looks like shadow. Then I'm gonna do the same thing. You also want to extend the shading down here as well. Step 3, shading clothes. For shading clothes, I will also outline the inner stuff. Darker. And now in the middle of the arms, I do like to highlight. And that's all the shading I will do on those. I normally don't do this, but since this is like a very shiny material, I'm gonna make a lighter thing. It's time to work on her skirt. I'm gonna pick the darker color here, and here I'm just gonna make it darker, and I'm gonna make another stripe here. I'm gonna make a band up top, and I'm gonna copy that back essentially. Step 4, shading hair. Okay, now it's time to work on her hair. So if I do want to start by saying I did miss this, and then pretty much cover this like that. You want to have about 3 pixels deep is the skin color, and then 5 pixels deep. First, you're gonna want to start by getting your base color. Then you're gonna grab color, go up here, and make this little, oops. You wanna go up here and make this little shape, and then do that with all the corners. Okay, so now that you have all that done, you're gonna kind of work back towards your original color. Come up here and copy. I'm gonna fill these on the outside and then the top. To add the highlights, so grab your base color, this brighter, and you're gonna fill in these and then put it next to these and these. That's the basics for the top of the head. Next, we're gonna continue that shading down under, hide the body. Oh, we have it under the head now. Go the body back on. Oh, for the strands of hair, I'm gonna grab the darkest color and a little gradient. Step 5, touch-ups. Now that we have all our shading done, I like to go and do some touch-ups. How do I do these touch-ups, you may ask? We hide the body. Just hit the head and you'll see there's this entire surface that I missed. Fix this. I'm gonna grab her shirt color, fill it in here. But she also has skin and hair, so I'm just gonna add like a cutout for like, this is where her neck would be realistic. There's her hair as well. This color, and I'll pull it back. We're gonna hide the actual body this time. We have a few different surfaces. Let's start with the arms. So I'm gonna grab this shading color here and just drag it over and fill it in. If it's like crossing, I'll do that. I'm gonna work on just the body. Step 6, outer layer. Now we can get to the fun part and make our skin look more 3D by using layers. The first thing I want to do after turning on the hat layer is going to define our horns. Just draw over them. I like to grab the edge color for the corners. To add these 2 long pixel highlights on each side. Now I'm going to turn the hat layer off so we can work on the hair down here. Just giving these darker colors more volume and as well as those highlights. So now I'm going to work on the bangs. So I'm just going to drag this outside color down. Now I'm going to move on to the texture of the skirt, so I'm going to hide the arms. We're going to outline the pleats. And there we go. How to export your Minecraft skin. Go to File, Export, and Export Minecraft Skin. And you want to hit Share, then Save Image. And that's how you guys can make your very own Minecraft skin. Let me know if you guys have any questions or concerns about making your own Minecraft skin. I'd be happy to answer them for you. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.